Hello, everybody. Welcome to the my first live stream. Excited to get going on this. I assume probably everyone joining, at least these first few times, will be people who know me, who are rooting for me and everything. So you're probably very familiar with my up and coming book, Breaking, which you can see on the screen here. If you haven't yet already, that is up for pre-order. Feel free to go over to jalexgiguere.com. The link is in the description to get your copy today. It is in softcover, hardcover, audiobook, as well as the uh, ebook for your preferred reader. And if you're kind of hesitant about it, I have a free sample that you can download on there, and then also the an audiobook sample that you can listen to. And actually, we might as well. I can take you on a little tour on my website. This is a live stream after all. No rules, I believe. So let's take a tour on my website. We'll take a good look and yes, if you haven't been to my website yet, just jalexgiguere.com. And again, if you are new to me, I am an epic fantasy author, soon to be releasing my first book, which will be released September 19th. If you want to sign up for my newsletter, I only will send out a newsletter once a month, maybe twice at the most, just to keep you up to date on everything related to me and my writing and indie book releases or just anything big that's kind of going on. But you can come down here. Several places you can go. You can go to my store up top. You can look around too. You can learn about my future books. You can read my blogs. You can go to my podcast or contact me if you want to talk to me. But if you want to, go to this pre-order button here, and it'll take you right to the store. So beautiful. The cover art is done by Jeff Brown Graphics. Jeff was excellent to work with, and I just think that he's a phenomenal artist, the best that there is. And so really happy with how the cover turned out. But yeah, you can have your choice of hardcover, softcover, ebook, the audiobook. Here's the free PDF version. It's very easy. You don't have to put in your email or check out or anything. You just click on that. I guess you wait for it to load. Taking a couple seconds. I don't want it to be taking that long. Let's see if the audiobook will open up kind of quickly here. Could just be taking a while to load tonight. That's all right. But yeah, so the book is Breaking. And let's see if... There we go. It just took a little bit longer. So yeah, you can listen to... Ryan, my friend Ryan Chukas is a phenomenal narrator. Got the voice for it, and so really, yeah. There we go.
Prologue. Prin Ram.
It's buffering on. Must just be something weird on my end. But yeah, you can check out the audiobook here. The whole prologue is up, and because I know, I actually, when it comes to audiobooks, I'm actually not the largest fan of audiobooks. It's just, I don't know, I have a hard time with someone reading to me. Really, the only one that I've truly enjoyed is whenever an author narrates their own book, like Stephen King's on writing, just some other, personal biographies or autobiographies and whatnot. I like it when the author themselves are reading it. But I have a hard time getting into fiction with narrators, but Ryan just does an excellent job. The only other one I can get into is Andy Serkis, who does The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Silmarillion. He does a phenomenal job, but Ryan is fantastic. So definitely go ahead and check out the free sample there. And then yeah. So here's the description of the book too. So the life force of a world is dying, and Fievna, life is bound to the Zaeth, a living force moving into every soul. But when a poison takes root and the Zaeth falters, the very foundations of Fievna begin to crack. To save their world, 3 companions must journey beyond all they have known, into the breaking of everything they believe. Some forces cannot be stopped. Some worlds can only be broken. So, there you have it. Exciting stuff there. So again, it might take a second to load. Okay, it loaded a lot faster that time. And you just come down here, download free, and it loads right up. Um, Again, you don't have to purchase anything or put in your email, so you can read it. And it's the prologue and the first 2 chapters, so a pretty big sample for you to check out if you want to, which I think is quite excellent to be able to do that. So I thought, this being my first live stream, I do see one person watching, probably my wife. If it's not, then great too. But just starting out, since there won't be probably a lot of interaction with me and people chatting or asking questions, I thought it would just be fun to maybe play a video game kind of related to epic fantasy. So I actually have the Lord of the Rings online downloaded. I'm just gonna play through that kind of casually. I love Lord of the Rings, and so I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff on there that will just be interesting. There's a lot of lore in that video game, so I played Lord of the Rings online a lot when I was in high school, and I forget when it came out. I think 2007, I want to say. So it's been around a good fair bit. It's been a long time since I've played it. There's probably a lot of changes, a lot of stuff on there that are different. But I decided it'd be fun to go on there, play, and if something comes up, if someone does happen to join and ask a question, we can then we can do that. We can talk about anything, and so the object of these live streams are just to kind of have fun, hang out, and dive into epic fantasy stuff. So yeah, let's get started on that. First, though, let me just make sure that you are able to chat. Want to make sure that that functionality is present. So let me just check on that real quick. I want to make sure it's flowing well. Probably some hiccups, just my first time doing this, but we will find out. Yep, I'm seeing an area to chat. I think I'm good. All right, I think I'm good. Okay, I see an area to chat. I think we are good, so let's continue on. I'd say let me know if you are not able to interact, but you wouldn't be able to tell me if not. So anyway, I see the chat up. I think it'll be good, but I actually can double check just to be on the safe side. I'll log into my other YouTube account here. Account. And just check in here just to make sure that if you want to interact with me, you're able to. I just want to make sure that chat is open. Yep, I see the chat up. Okay, so I think everyone should be good. All right, so I guess to kick off, again, I'm going to just be playing my Lord of the Rings Online just to have something to fill the time, something fun to do, and kind of enjoy the lore that's in that story and enjoy playing the game. But I actually got a really cool birthday gift. It was my birthday a couple weeks ago, and I thought this was a really good time to bring this out. So it is actually a it is a huge desk mat that my mother-in-law got for me. It's a Lord of the Rings one. It's massive. So see if I can actually get this into the whole screen. But it's pretty awesome. It was able to come in like a blue and gray scale. This is like a kind of goldish, which I was kind of hesitant about. I don't know, gold sometimes I just not too fond of, but I just thought it fit the setting really well. So yeah, there it is. It's pretty cool. See the Fellowship on the bridge there, and yeah, awesome, Matt. And I would say where she got it from, but I forget. Let's see if it says it on here. Man, I forget the store. Drop. I think that's actually the name of the store. It says Drop on the back. maybe that's referring to something else. But so yeah, so excellent mat there, and they had. I almost feel like it's going to be a new collection of mine because there are a lot of cool ones on there. I was talking to my wife, and it was there was a ton. There was like probably three or four that I couldn't decide. I think ultimately I had my wife's like pick for me because I was super indecisive about it. But it was a cool one, and so thank you to them. I guess not only thank you to my mother-in-law, but my father-in-law as well, because he is part of the family. So I'm actually gonna swap out my map for that now. My mat for that. Figured this would be a good occasion to do it if I even have enough room on my desk. This thing is huge, but do that. Cool. That fit pretty well. All right, let's get into Lord of the Rings Online. And so this is an online game. Yeah, I don't think probably how I don't know if you're anyone who's familiar with video games. Probably a lot of people who end up watching this will be, but you can really play all or most of the game. Oh, my password on solo. So even though it's Lord of the Rings Online, there we go. Cat Blocks was on. It should be pretty much something I can play through on my own, take my time, and be good. All right, so here we go. Yeah, brings back memories. Good times playing this game. I sunk quite a bit of hours into this again as a teenager, and then I played it for a couple years in high school, and I loved it. I spent all day just running around Middle Earth, and it was super enjoyable. Then didn't play it for a long time. I'm gonna turn down the desktop volume a little bit. All right. All right, so I think probably I will go with the Lore Master. It would either be, so let's see, they got Bjorning, which I guess not available for your race. I gotcha. So I guess I should pick my race first. I always would pick the dwarf because I always would do like a guardian, a warrior type of class, but I don't know. I've kind of switched more to if I do play video games, I've kind of been liking the mage type characters a little bit better. Not sure why, just kind of been fitting my line of thinking there. So it would either be, I think, I mean, you can't go wrong with a Hobbit, and then I think you probably start in the Shire, which would be pretty cool. And if I did go with a Hobbit, it'd probably be a Minstrel. I also look for like difficulty. I like challenges in games, so I don't know, the Minstrel, moderate, so obviously not a super easy class, but and I don't know. I feel like the Minstrel and like also Bard type classes too are really good. I play Dragon Age a lot, and Bard was always fun on there as well. But the other option would be the High Elf, and maybe playing a Lore Master with that. Yeah, class difficulty advanced. I don't know, that just really sucks me in. If it, who knows how tough it is? I don't. I know that Lord of the Rings Online, I believe, is not known for being particularly difficult, but if we can make it as much of a challenge that we can, that would probably be good. So high elves, those who have beheld the beauty of Valinor and their descendants possess grace and strength beyond even their woodland kin. Those few who remain yearn to see that Middle Earth is safe to bequeath to men before they part for the undying lands. That actually would be pretty cool. Just a lot of lore there already, right? With Valinor and the elves coming from there. I think that'd be kind of fun to start out with. I don't see why not. I do think it's kind of a shame maybe not going with the Hobbit and starting out in the Shire. But I feel like the High Elf Lore Master would be a good pick. And we can always visit the Shire, right? There's plenty of stuff that we can do around there. So class difficulty advanced, roll damage support. That'd probably be good. Heavy damage get me through some of the quests pretty easily, I think. So lore masters are the masters of the natural worlds. They combine arcane knowledge with the elements with a quick wit to skillfully overcome most any obstacle. They may call on animal companions to fight by their side. I forgot about that, about the lore masters. That's pretty cool. To use elaborate concoctions to turn their flurry of nature on their foes. In Fellowship, a lore master is equally capable of wielding the natural world against their enemies, as they are supporting their allies through healing and by disrupting their enemies. So, lore masters, seekers of knowledge and guidelines of wisdom through study of bygone ages. They learn ancient secrets. I think that's pretty cool. Kind of fits too, right, with kind of world building and lore stuff, especially with Lord of the Rings. I mean, the Silmarillion, yes, it tells great stories, but it also is just an excellent book of lore, right? Which is what I think epic fantasy is kind of for. Yeah, epic fantasy tells great stories and everything, but I think a lot of people, when they read it, also want to know that there's a rich history to a world. So I think this fits out very well. The High Elf, the Lore Master. Now, Sorrow. I give one will. You have witnessed the passing of ages and still feel the hurts of those lost in the battles of the elder days. Oh, that's interesting. Fading of the Firstborn, reduced fate. The time of the Elves Middle Earth is nearly at its end. Peace of the Eldar. And then suffer no illness. Improved resistance to diseases. See, already with just some of the characteristics already with the races, they have some lore baked into that for Lord of the Rings in the Elder Days. Just really, really cool stuff. So I think we're good with this. Oh, we can... I didn't realize that. We can play the movie. Let's watch the movie. It'll probably tell us more than I can say. Cool, short and sweet, but yeah, great movie. Let's look at the Lore Master. I forgot that guy's voice. The Lore Master. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm good with that. So let's continue on. Enter your name. Let's do... I usually do... Come on, we'll see if that is taken. Starting tutorial. Shadows of Angmar. It's interesting, you can change your tutorial. Begin your adventure in the new user tutorial tailored to your character choices. Interesting. Begin your adventure before the shadow in the peaceful village of Mossward, located in Swanfleet. Let's do Shadows of Angmar. That sounds pretty cool. And I'm wondering if the game as well, maybe... I'll turn up the game a little bit for you. Maybe that might be a little bit helpful. I think it's cranked up on my end, so make sure you can hear it on yours. I guess you can always turn down your volume, but... Alright. Alright, so we'll do the Shadows of Angmar. Shadow of the Peaceful Village of Mossward. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, now the fun stuff. We get to select our origin. Gondolin. Memory of the White Towers of Gondolin. That'd be a pretty cool one, so that's #1 pick so far. Imladris. Driven from your home by the death of war, you came to the hidden vale of Imladris, where you have long dwelt under Elrond's protection. I'd still probably go with Gondolin. Nargothrond would be a good one too. A lot of history with that. Man, I'm not a Tolkien scholar, but I have read the Silmarillion a few times, so somewhat familiar with mostly everything. Yeah, and the Kevin Fortress, didn't that get destroyed? I thought it was a dragon who destroyed, but I could be forgetting that wrong. I'm probably messing up on that, but it's a cool one as well. Valerian. In the other days, you dwelt in the fair elflands of Beleriand, now broken and lost forever beneath the sea. That's pretty cool. Your home of Osirand survived the fall of Beleriand to become Gilgalad's realm of Lindon, now grown empty as the elves depart for Valinor. I think I gotta go with Gondolin. That's probably just the coolest one. Still burns within you. Hidden City of the High Elves still burns within you, though it fell to treachery long ago. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. So we'll do that one. Again, if you're just joining, playing through Lord of the Rings online, but we can talk about whatever you want. If you want to start a discussion, my new and first debut epic fantasy novel, Breaking, is going to be releasing September 19th. You can pre-order that now. Head over tojalexgiguere.com. The link is in the description. But until that time, we're just hanging out. I'm going to play through Lord of the Rings online and take it easy. We can talk about any and all things fantasy. So, fun stuff. And again, I'm just making a little adjustment to the audio here. I think my wife, she's listening, and so this is my first live stream, of course, so it's a lot of tweaking. It's going smoother than I expected, so that's good. So thank you to her. All right, so let's see, body type. Okay, I wonder if I can zoom out. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. We'll try to go for what I would maybe look like as an elf. Yeah, we can just go with average skin tone. I'm quite fair skin. I don't know how fair exactly, but definitely on the lighter side. That looks pretty good. Maybe the head. I don't want to spend too much time on this, just because some of the little details don't really matter too much. Too bad I couldn't just take a photo of me and put it in there. You know what? We'll just go with number 1. Alright, ears. Yeah, I don't... Again, the ears. Oh, maybe with the alpha you could... pretty sharp there. I kind of like there's like a hooked one there. That's pretty cool looking. Kind of like a shape of a blade or something. We'll go with that. Right, let me see. Head width. Let's see how this goes. Maybe I have a slightly bigger head. Brow, inner height. I don't really. Unless you can kind of grin a little bit. That's. I kind of actually like the stern look. Inner scale. Yeah, I'll just keep that medium. Don't really notice much there. Cheek scale. Yeah, all this stuff will be pretty. Ear rotation. Like in and out. Flapping. Okay. Yeah, we'll kind of go sharp a little bit. Ear scale. Larger ears. Yeah, keep that middle. Cool. Okay. Oh, wow, there's a lot. Alright. Jewelry. Yeah, do we want to give him some jewelry? Extra details. Let's see. Extra. Yeah, don't really need that. Details. Yeah, maybe a little scar over the eye. That's pretty cool. Ooh, maybe like an X. That's kind of cool. I think I kind of like the ones over the eye. That was neat. Yeah, we'll do that one. That looks good. And then... do we want jewelry? Maybe? Yeah, we might as well, right? Give it a little bit of character. What color, though? We could go purple for breaking. Is that purple or pink? Yeah, maybe we just go with the first one. It's pretty cool. I like it. Eyes. We'll just get the eye color down on this. Maybe like a blue-gray or something. A lot of details. There we go. The hair one's kind of the most noticeable thing. Hairstyle. looks like probably one of those first ones there. This one actually kind of reminds me of like what you might see. Reminds me of like a dwarf beard on some of the character creations for making dwarfs in a video game. Honestly, this one's pretty simple, but might be the best one. Yeah, let's go with that. That's good. Hair decoration. Do we want to give ourselves some leaves in the hair? I don't really care for it, actually. I think we'll leave that out. Hair color. I think it look. What do we think of maybe for an elf? Maybe like a golden white, something like that. A little bit fairer. That looks good. I don't really. All right, I think we're good there. Look at that. Killon, the High Elf Lore Master. I think we are ready to enter Middle Earth. Man, I haven't played this game in so long. I'm really curious on how this is gonna go.
In the year 3434 of the Second Age, a great alliance of elves and men assembled in defiance of the Dark Lord's will to conquer all the lands of Middle-earth. The High Elves, the Blessed of Valinor, who suffered the greatest wraths of Sauron and Morgoth the enemy, now seek to ensure that his evil is forever banished from the world.
Well, we can try to banish him. I think that probably won't work. Alright, so let me see. First time getting in there's probably some weird stuff I'll have to set up. Alright, an item, inventory. Alright. Let's look in our inventory. Ooh, one near gift box. You have acquired fireworks. Oh, I guess I'm setting them off right now. Did they go off? Look at that. Nice. Fun stuff. Oh, I can keep setting them. Okay. Alright, space in your inventory. Alright, let's get into the story here. So, talk to Hothlin. What's this? Title worded. Killon of Gondolin. That'll be my active title. And, alright.
My dearest friend, as Sauron surely knows, the mastery is ours in this battle.
You seemed as if lost in a trance, and I could not rouse you until this very moment. My dearest friend, do not allow the enemy to cloud your thoughts with visions of defeat. As Sauron surely knows, the mastery is ours on this battle. Alas, a cornered foe is the most deadly, and there are none more treacherous than the enemy in this realm. We must put our troubles behind us for the moment and press our advantage. Attend the High King's address to the Alliance. Let's do it. It's jarring getting used to the UI on a game you haven't been in for years. Alright, looks like we got a... Thought we might see a little cinematic there, but we'll have to read it. You know, one thing that I loved about playing The Lord of the Rings online, Deed of Faith, sorry, is how well it just kind of represents the feel of Middle Earth and the stories there. It doesn't try to do anything flashy, and it was just I don't know. I'm excited to get into it again because it was so fun just reading all like the journal entries, exploring the world, and seeing Middle Earth. So I think this is gonna be a real treat getting back into it. The game definitely does look old, but that's not why I'm playing it. Doesn't really bother to me what it looks like. Alright, can I run through now? Nope. Still waiting. There we go. I tend to agree with that. Unless he sends the mouth of Sauron, then maybe a little ambassadorship there. Alright, now we get going. I haven't even looked at my spells, what they are. Burning Embers, Staff Strike, and Wizard Spars. We got like a fire, like an electric skill there, lightning one, and a frost one. 4-meter range. So these ones are some distant ones. This one's up close. Here comes the envoy. Let's take a look at this guy. Do have all 9 of them. Kind of cool. They made them look distinct from each other. Nice purple garb there. He's representing my book Breaking with the purple. Who do we have in this group here? I didn't even think about that. Starting the shipmaster, Elrond himself, Gilgalad. There's this is the who's who. Elendil, Glorfindel. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here, but I gotta shout out to Glorfindel. How should have been in the Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring. Sad that he was not in that. Anarion, Harthlin, and Isildur himself. So this obviously takes place long ago, but it makes sense that I'm here just because being a high elf, I would have most likely been involved in this situation somehow, whether it was on the battlefield like I am now or back in the homeland, hearing of the news. Let's see what. Let's see. Yeah, pretty cool. Good ensemble there. All right. I do like how the game has taken its time. Much like a good epic fantasy story, right? Of course, you expect to see the action and you want to be paid off with a good climax at the end, but I like that it's not rushing into it. There's no, like, nothing super flashy. It's just Lord of the Rings that we're getting, which is nice to have.
Rejected, we can no longer hold hope that the Gwytherein shall stay their hands in this battle.
Before the 9 arrived, I sent forth the spears of Lindon with a garrison of elves and men. You know the spears as Theleron, Megaril, and Denrith, my friend. Ere they departed, they swore to come across the enemy's trenches to dismantle their siege equipment. I should read the alliance. Alright, learn the fates of the spears of Lindon and their garrison. Alright, we shall, and maybe we will see some battle now. Alright, targeting, alright. And I have a Logitech, one hitting down, look at that. I usually have my, my mouse working for, it's got the button numbers on the side for my thumb for like playing MMOs and things, but it was kind of acting up earlier today when I was testing it out, so unfortunately I'm kind of forced to use my keyboard. No matter, we'll make do. How come? Self-run, spearman. Go. Trying a variety of these spells here, see how they work out. Let's take a look at this troll here. Look at this thing. Now, again, I do like a challenge in any video game I play, so I did hear, I'm not sure how to get it in-game, I'll find a way, but there's a way to slow down your experience that you gain, and also, I think just to make the enemies tougher, so I'm definitely gonna do that, just to give me as much of a challenge as I can. Alright, so... taking care of them. Let's talk to these guys.
In the field, and let us hope that the Alliance shall arrive to drive off the enemy's forces.
Deliver the High King's message to the spears. Yeah. Gwytherein appeared. They slew many of our numbers and divided our forces. That doesn't sound good.
One of the Gwytherein rode west and scattered our numbers, but the other, he took Theleron.
You tell Durnaith of your encounter with the Gwytherein and deliver the High King's message. 2 of their number passed through our garrison from the north, one rode westward and scattered numbers, but the other he took Theleron. Oh no, we might have to go get Theleron. Rescue wounded soldiers from the orcs west of the forward garrison. We shall go rescue them. What is this? Can I talk to this guy? Nope. Okay. Let's go rescue these soldiers. Am I attacking this guy? These guys just might just keep on coming. I could probably just sit here and level up as much as I want to. Am I leveling up? It looks like I'm gaining experience at the bottom. Yeah, I don't think I'm dying here. Alright, let's keep moving on. I said I need to go to the west. Here I am. Like a dummy headed east. Rescue wounded soldiers from the orcs west of the forward garrison. There's the wounded soldier. Nice. One rescued, he got up. Look at that happy face. How come it won't let me cast that? Interesting. Alright. That's weird. It won't like won't let me. There we go. Sometimes it won't let me cast. Interesting. All right, let's take a look around here at the battle going on. Got the trolls. A lot of smoke going on. What's back here? There's Thranduil and the Cursed Rider. Oh boy. Gwentari. For some reason that name doesn't ring a bell for me. I'm not sure if it's must be part of Token's world, but it doesn't ring a bell. Alright. Held the spawn of a Gwentari. Must be, obviously related to Ungoliant somehow, I guess. Elrond.
The prince is fortunate to have survived his father's attack on the Black Gate, but the Guatharan's words trouble me.
The writer spoke a name in Kenya here as he departed. Ingwati, the Spider Queen. Ungoliant. Yeah, Spider Queen. Yeah, for some reason though that name doesn't... I probably should, but it just doesn't ring a bell to me. Ungoliant is gone from this realm and shall trouble the world no longer, but her children remain. Yeah, okay, so a child of Ungoliant. Unhappy being reunite with the Alliance of the Forward Garrison. I wonder if this will relate though to the greater story, because I know that the new... So the actual Lord of the Rings Online takes place like in the Third Age, around the time that Frodo takes the ring to Mordor, or exactly does. So I wonder though if this kind of links to my character's storyline or not. So it'll be interesting to see. If we don't face this child of Ungoliant in the war, it is certain that the day will come when her hunger shall seek to sate itself beyond the shadows of Mordor. Interesting. Oh, we will see. Alright, we'll head back now. I wonder if there's like a sprint button on here. I don't see one. I guess not. Oh, can I get around there? I have to go around the rock. I knew I wouldn't be tough enough to fit through there. Whoa, look at this army.
Our paths are now divided, dear friend.
Deneth and Megrel have told me of Theleron's capture, and I'm troubled by such grim tidings. Turn mine from the Black Gate. I give you the mission of dire importance. You must find Theleron, and you must save him from the Gwytharian. Alright. One endurance folk has devised a cunning plan to draw the attention of the Dark Lord's forces. Speak to Slegar the Crafty. He is an honorable enough dwarf, despite his chosen title. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, I will speak to the Crafty Dwarf.
At your service. Or perhaps you are at mine.
Set the enemy's barrels of black powder aflame. We can do that. See another, maybe it's a glitch or something. I see a ring here. I think that's for a quest, but I guess it just means that that's a quest I'm already doing. I'm gonna try to skip through all these goblins, or as many as I can. Nice. I wonder if that'll light up in front. Yep, there we go. Nice. And just have to find more barrels. There's another one. Didn't even see this one behind there. Yeah, so Lord of the Rings Online, nothing flashy. Obviously, it's an old game, and it's not like there's been like a Lord of the Rings Online 2 or any huge revamps that I'm aware of. So it definitely looks old, plays a slightly clunky, but not awful. But again, the main reason why I enjoy playing it just because it's Lord of the Rings, and it's just especially with a game that really just kind of takes a lot of lore from Middle Earth and Tolkien's writings. It's well worth, I think, playing to enjoy. One shot down. I wonder, again, I heard that a lot of the Lord of the Rings Online is fairly simple. I do hope we do see kind of challenges come forward later on, but it could just be super easy because it's the intro level. We'll see. I definitely need to try to get my mouse working, or get a different one, because it is kind of frustrating not being able to on the mouse. So I'm using my, so is it the Razer one? That works all right, but I'm used to yeah, this Logitech one, and it's got the buttons on the side. Kind of nerdy, I guess, but yeah, just playing MMOs, it's just super helpful. You have your thumb on it, which acts as your keyboard, and it's just so easy rather than having to use your left hand to run and use the numbers to cast your skills and everything. So much easier to do that. And what is this? Find the follow. I can't really see that. Hoof prints. What if I click on it? You must face target. Okay. Fresh hoof prints. The unmistakable hoof prints of the Gatharan steed lead to the northeast. See if I can just... Well, okay, I guess it kind of does. I was going the wrong way. See where it leads. Guy looks like he's waiting for me. Yes, it can be, and it is. Alright. found the thing, but a familiar elf stands before you.
Your tale troubles me, my friend. For Omroth spoke of a terrible figure that passed. With
The High King sent me and my company eastward. Certain would become of the Elzalorian, but alas, only Prince Amroth remains upon the field. He's found the others route to the north. Why have you come? I'm here because I was told to be here. You tell Hathleen of the task given to you by the king himself, and Atheleron the Lustrelin. Your tale troubles me. Learn Atheleron's fate from Prince Amroth. Okay. Prince of Lorien. So is the mace. All of this where I can just take a little breather and just listen to the story being told to me. I really do enjoy this game. Again, it's not as intense or flashy or high-strung, palm-sweating as other games, but it's just an enjoyable stroll through Middle-earth. Secret steps. Let's do it.
If the Witch King has taken Theleron to the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead.
I agree. Witch King has taken to the Overlook. We must pass through. Follow me. Let's go get her. Yeah, graphics aren't nothing like you would find today, but I don't know, it's still cool. Just the red sky in the back. It's still enjoyable. The curse in the games where either you're faster than the NPC or the NPC's faster than you. Nice, no problem there. Not a problem. Actually, just that makes ready to repel dash things you must press on. I just realized, I wonder if what kind of weapon do I have? Is on my character panel. I have a simple staff. Just saying, a long range, I guess it doesn't really matter. My spells seem to kind of cool down pretty quickly, but if they're just like an auto attack, but I haven't noticed one yet. I guess I'm going by myself. Oh yeah, I should keep them from following, okay. But am I gonna fight the steed? Looks like... Okay, for some reason I was showing my camera down, but I guess it's still working. Okay. Okay, there, yeah, for some reason on my side, camera showed that I wasn't live, but I don't know. I mean, I just had to reset the camera. All right. Confront the Witch King, so that seems pretty dangerous. Okay, click on the quest. There he is. Arch nemesis. Uh-oh. The realm of the unseen. Well, that was a quite the transition. Mumble at hearth and try to move. Select hearth and type mumble. Alright, mumble. Feel like Elrond's just always there to heal people. All right. I have awoken. Let's see if all right, so find Elrond in the last homely house. Cool little place. Sun shining through. Oh, okay. I guess I can't go there. There, yeah. I thought Elrond was out there. Yeah, he is. Is it like a loading thing? Cannot use that yet. Okay, I guess Elrond's in here somewhere. Did I run by him? No. Ah, okay.
It brings me great joy to see you upon your feet once more.
We attempted to heal. Yeah, I'm curious what happened. The Witch King had dealt you a grievous injury. It was made to return you to Imladris, far from the lands of the enemy. You suffered for years in restless agony. Wow. When the war was ended, I returned to aid them and learned much of healing the foul wounds of Morgul's steel. I will come into play with Frodo. Return to aid them and learn much of healing. Okay. When last you could rest, you did so for many long years. Despite my efforts, your strength has diminished greatly. It may take a great time. Task given you by Gilgalad, do not consider it failure. None could ever see the enemy's malice. Tragically, he was never found, even after Barad-dûr itself was brought to ruin. It wounded Gilgalad greatly to lose you both in the war, and it said that his light was dim through all the battles that followed. Even so, he did not falter before the enemy. He did not fall in vain, my friend. Our victory in the battle, Sauron resisted our assaults for 7 years in the Dark Tower, but in the end he was cast down by Gilgalad and Elendil. Elendil's son, Isildur, cut the ring from Sauron. Wow, so he's just... this is the Fellowship of the Ring opener right here. Destroying the Dark Lord, fit into 2 sentences, and banishing him from the realm. Alas, there is more to be said on these matters. Yeah, plenty more. Alright, I'll walk with Elrond. I do remember the war as if it were yesterday because I just played it. And I can recall it as I do. So I wonder... You said many years. I wonder how long it's been. Yeah, but how far into the Third Age are we? Are we, like, up to speed here to, like, where Frodo's taken the ring? Is Sauron back already? For years now. Wish to alarm me kill him, but it is now the the 3018th year of Third Age. Yeah, so I've slept for over 3,000 years. Like, what was that, 3,025 years or something? And yeah, woken up from my slumber. I can go to Valinor. Hithgall. Name doesn't ring a bell. I wonder if it's the game or not. Alright, I will do that. I will speak with Hithgall and Thamsend. Okay. Is he in here then too somewhere? There he is, yep, sleeping away. Appearing outwardly healed, Hithgall seems to be in a deep, uneasy slumber. Strength is returning, but there remains in restless slumber. A few months more, I think. Alright. I guess we can't shake him awake. Talk to Elrond, gather your belongings, and depart on your journey with his sons. Oh, that's cool.
Much has changed since we last traveled together from Imladris, my friend.
When the battle came at last to Barad-dûr, Sauron himself felled Hithgall with a deadly blow. Yeah, it was tainted by the blade. Let's turn our minds to the days ahead. Much has changed since we last traveled. Age of Men. Many had departed this realm, yes. Alright, the ship's assured in, or Círdan, however you have seen her. I pronounce it my own way in my head. He is now called the Shipwright by those who know his works, and he dwells in Mithlond with a few that remain. Much of the wood used by Círdan is ferried to Mithlond by way of the port of Silundim along the Ered Luin, and it is there you must journey to reach the havens. So I guess my journey is starting to go to the havens and board one of the ships, but something tells me it probably won't make it that far. Reclaim your armor, reclaim your ring, collect Elrond's writings. Nira, lesser elven ring formed as an essay in the craft by the smells of Eregion before Sauron, in the guise of Antharion, the Gift Lord. Nira. It's gift. Got the headpiece, so. Novice, you have been acknowledged as someone who could one day influence fate of Middle Earth. Alright. Quest and quest rings. Many characters and even objects will offer quest and information. Right click anywhere or anything with a ring icon to receive. Okay, yep. Got it. Quest guiding. Got it. Elrond's writings. This is some of the collection of writings for you concerning the events of the Third Age. You'll be able to collect certain items for your quests. Most of these items will be stored in your quest log. If you ever want to see how many anyway. Okay. Talk to Elrond, get your lungs, and depart in your journey with his sons. Can I go now? I cannot. Man, this place is a prison. Maybe I mean, I talked to Elrond. Do I have to equip my things again? Looks like they're all there. Where's my ring, though? I don't see a ring. Yeah, talk to Elrond, gather your belongings, depart on your journey with his sons. There we go, see a collection of armor. As you glance within, the faint shine of your old armor catches the light. Glimmer the ring you once bore. Ah, there we go.
Eladon and Elrohir are to follow an expedition to the ruins of Edthelion, and they shall see you to Kellandine in the course of their travels.
My sons say to Kellandine in the course of their own travels. Eladin and Elrohir are to follow an expedition to the ruins of Edthelion, led by the elf Dorlas on my behalf. Speak not of this to any outsider company. Blood-red footsteps upon snow-colored black where the dour king walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. Alright. You must select one of the quest rewards. Oh, okay, choose one. Gotcha. Alright, well, let's see what we want. Polished staff. Item level 5. More damage. Runestone. 5 to 6 lightning damage. Looks like I can't use that though, so we'll go with that. I'm almost level 2. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Okay, so I got to be level 2. Might as well equip the cloak. Click the headpiece. Same thing. Equip that. Level 4. That's better. Elrond's good. Ah, level 5. It's a secret in there. I know it is. Yep. Equip that. Look at that. Nice. Fried mushrooms. Alright. Got our gear. Elrohir.
I am certain Father has told you all about the journey ahead. But do not worry. The matter of his dream need not trouble you.
Alright. And this does say I'm level 5, doesn't it, down there? Well, that happened quite quickly. Mounts, hobbies, map, new skills, traits, titles. All right, so a lot to get through here. Cool intro. I like that it took its time. Yeah, just did a really good job, I think, with introducing you to the story. Really intriguing. It's kind of original with sleeping for over 3,000 years. And what the heck? I got like a ton more skills down here. I can summon a bear now. Nice. The companion, which contains commands that can be used to control your companion's behavior. Companion commands can also be dragged from the companion UI into your regular quick slots. Discover deed, master of beasts. Summon a companion. Alright. New mail. Man, a lot of stuff when you first get into the game, huh? Alright, I'll look at that later. Title awarded. Killon the Weary. Yeah, I'll stick with Killon of Gondolin. Quest actions. Alright, so a lot of stuff about. Let's look at my skills first, and we'll take a look there. Social panel, log, active, fellowship mounts. Is there a way though? Okay, haven't unlocked crafting. I guess this is where, here's where I do my traits, okay. Race traits. Virtue traits. Skimming through all these help stuff. Probably shouldn't, but alright, well this game threw a lot at you when you get out of that intro quest, but I think that might be oh, here's my pet bar down here on the bottom left, so that's cool. I think this might be a good time to log out of the game and call that the end of my first live stream. Well, that was fun. I like the intro, so that intro took about... How long did that intro take? Close to an hour. I feel like I kind of took my time, maybe rushed going through some of the dialogue boxes, but I can discover that stuff kind of on my own when I want to. And again, I'll just go to my website one last time. And go to the homepage, and man, I just love that cover that Jeff did for my book. Just a superb job. But go to pre-order. You can pre-order Breaking, and again, you can hear the audiobook. The prologue is up here for free. Let's just hear that intro again.
Prologue. Prin ran beside the head.
I actually do have a prologue reaction on my YouTube page. Ryan is just so good. Super great. And then you can read the free PDF sample. Just click on here, download free, and there you go. But that ends the first stream. Thank you guys very much for joining, those who did, and excited to do it next time. I'll probably do this once a week, maybe more if the time comes up, but thank you very much, and yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Stay tuned. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, go on my website. You can go ahead and go to my newsletter as well to stay up to date there. And again, I'll be doing these live streams hopefully once a week, maybe more, maybe none if I'm traveling or something, but plan on doing these into the future. So once again, thank you for joining, and I will see you next time.